Hey YouTube, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and the next Marvel Legends review is the Extremis Iron Man variant. This is the Stealth Iron Man. I didn't get one of the regular ones yet, so this is the one we're going to review. I actually got two of these and one was defective. This hip part was this one. I had two of these, so the skinny little cutout thing was on the front there and it didn't match. So that one's going to get returned, probably replaced with a regular one if I can find it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this figure. He stands at 6 3/8 inches tall, something like that. So decent height. He is a little bit trim for Iron Man. I don't really mind it because it overall has a really nice shape and look to it, but he's a little bit sleek, I think. Could be a little bit bulkier to be more realistic. Looks good though. The head sculpt is pretty nice. A little bland, but still nice. They did a great job at giving him the head, the flight head, whatever you want to call that. But you can get the head to look up pretty far, and it's got the full rotation. So good articulation in the head. Looks nice. The light blue is metallic. The dark blue is too, just not nearly as much. He's got the red painted on the chest. It's kind of a dull red. Could be a little brighter, but no big deal. The shoulders. The shoulder armor is part of the ball joint, and works really well. He's got the standard ball joint. The only problem is the ball itself is just kind of a matte blue. Doesn't really, was that all off camera? I think it was. This shoulder pad is part of the ball joint, standard ball joint. The ball joint itself is this weird blue that doesn't match anything else, so I don't care for that. But he's got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, and a wrist pivot, so you can definitely get some repulsor action going on there. This hand is a closed fist. Another thing I want to mention is the blues on the thighs and on the biceps and on the head. The thighs are darker than the rest, so that's kind of an oversight too. I don't really care for that, but it's not too bad of a problem. Torso articulation is really good. He's got a huge range of motion there, and it's good for flight for sure. So that's awesome. Rotation, obviously. Not really any side to side, but the forward and back is really good, and it looks good all around too. It doesn't look bad when you use it, so I like that. These little things move. If they get in the way, you can just kind of rotate them out of the way, so you can move the hips a little bit more, but you're not going to really get that much out of the hips anyway, so I wouldn't really worry about it. So the hip itself rotates forward and backward and then side to side. And then the thigh swivel is actually built into the boot. So that's how that works. I got a little bit of red paint here. I mean, I didn't do it. I got it that way. But I think it'll probably just scratch off when I try to. Double jointed knees. And the standard ankle rotation plus a pivot. Barely any pivot room though due to the boot things there. And he's got decently sculpted feet. They match what they're supposed to look like, and they are sculpted on the bottom as well. So overall, it's a really good looking figure. It's not perfect, but it's definitely worth picking up. I know we have a lot of Iron Man figures already, but that doesn't mean this one's not worth buying. I will review the regular version when I get it, so look out for that. Stay tuned for more Marvel Legends reviews, and in the meantime, keep collecting.